Alright, this is my little cultivator. And what has happened as the pull handle has broke off. Snapped pretty good. I think it's a design flaw. It just wears right there and it breaks. So I need to get this working if I'm going to put any raised beds out there. So I'll start with the obvious. 2 here and 1. I think there's 4 on this. So maybe 4. Yep, there are. There, and we'll take that apart. See what happens. Okay, well, we got the head off of it. Wasn't that hard? Okay, well, got the string out. All I did was just got it with a pair of nose pliers, pulled it out. The thing is, when you pull it all the way out and then it retracts, I'm left with this. So what I'm going to attempt to do is try to back it up, pull the string back out, and then tie it to its piece. I'm going to cut that, make it so I can fit it in there, because once I get this under tension, it's probably going to be real tough to deal with. So the alternative is to stick this down in there, because there's a screw in there, but when you turn it, the whole motor turns. So what I'd have to do is freeze up the motor, and that's not that hard, but to do that I need to get into there. So I may wind up taking all that off too, and that's a lot more. And because what you do is you take the spark plug out, you shove a piece of string in there, a piece of thick string rope about the size of this with a bunch of knots on it, so when the piston comes up it holds it solid and you can break the screw or the motor, whatever comes first, hopefully the screw. So, and I'm afraid if I take this cover off, the whole dang thing's going to come apart inside, and if that spring inside there sprungs, I'm doomed. So let the frustration begin. Alright, I took the clutch off, you can see, and there's the clutch. And what I did is I took and just pushed a bunch of string into it to see how big the string is right there. All I did was just feed it in there, feed it in there, feed it in there. I didn't put a knot in it because of course it wouldn't have fit. As you can see, the spark plug is deceiving. It's a kind of a odd spark plug. And what I did is I wrapped the clutch in a rag, grabbed a hold of it, and turned it. And that was it. Popped right off. No damages. The cool thing is, I don't know if you can see it or not, but it says off with an arrow, so you know the direction to go. Most clutches are threaded backwards. Always keep that in mind. So now I'm going to take the case off and see what happens. Alright, so I got it completely taken apart. Try to keep everything separated and organized. So, alright, the trick to getting this thing to recoil is to make sure I can see, everybody can see that. Alright, it's basically back it up. Back it up. Oh. Okay, back it up till the string goes in. Keep going. We'll get it super tight. And then you just start fishing it out. Oops. Hey, a honeybee. And fishing it out seems to be, there we go. Easier said than done, I suppose, as the saying goes. Okay. Alright. Let's see. Huh? There it is. Voila! Don't forget this little piece. And that goes there. The handle. See it? Yeah. Come on, get in there. Oops. Alright, it's going to have to, where'd it go? The guide that's on here, can't see it, there we go. The guide loop right here, shade, there we go, right there. I'll put that, the string through that, after I get everything reassembled. But for now, just thankful. And what I'm going to do, put a figure 8 in it. Just wrap it around the base. Come back through. Tie it off. Make sure you roll up the knot around itself. And there you go. Wow, easier than I thought. So, as a precaution, I have found this little silver ring that goes in here. You don't necessarily have to take this out. Oops, goes this way. But keep in mind, it is sharp. If you do go messing with it and it's on there, you will probably cut yourself. So, 3 easy screws and it comes out. No band-aids. Alright, I'll put it back together and see what happens. Alright, I have got it reassembled. And to be honest with you, I've already started it and it ran, no problem. But just to show you it does work. Pump, pump, pump. Play with the choke a little bit. Thanks, guys. See where this is jumping around? I think that's probably why the last time it broke. It just got worn out because it was vibrating so hard right there. That's called a flaw. But other than that, it is a really cool tool to have. Okay. Alright, really quick. Well, not so quick. Oh, I still got to put that one back in. But anywho, you don't need to remove this. This does not need to be taken apart at all. These screws do not need to be messed with. You take these 4 out, the whole head comes completely off. And then you remove the ones in the front, here, and there's 4 here. And then you got 4 more around the edges and there. Take it apart. Pull the spark plug out. put a little piece of rope inside the piston head. That'll allow you to take the clutch off. That'll allow you to pull this whole case off. That'll allow you to get to the inside. Back it up, pull your string out, put it back together. Pretty easy. I certainly thought it was going to be a lot harder than that. My shadow. We're back in action. Pretty soon I'll show you how it works. Alright, well, I've already finished. Got it put together, seen it running. These are the tools I used. The little stubby guy, he's very important. What I found to be very cool is two different sizes. It is CV 1. There's a T25, T25, and a T20. The T20 goes to the top case, and the T25 removes the screws from the bottom case, which is pretty darn convenient, especially when you're putting it back together. So I guess that's the only tips I got. Be safe.